Apple Pencil 2 launched back in October of 2018, and since then they really haven't done anything with it. So now seeing leaks of a potential Apple Pencil 3, what's the point? Let's begin. So yeah, there actually have been a few not so reliable sources claiming that they have the next generation Apple Pencil, or they just have footage of it that they're tweeting, I guess. And one account that is unproven, so they don't have a really reliable track record, but this account is claiming that the new Apple Pencil is ready to go, which is making some people think that, you know, as we're supposed to get mini LED iPad Pros next week, maybe an Apple Pencil 3 will launch alongside it. And I don't think it's that crazy to imagine because, again, Apple Pencil 2 has remained unchanged for many years, but I think the fundamental roadblock we have with imagining a next generation Apple Pencil is what would it do? What would it be different as? And while these leaked videos seem to show an Apple Pencil 2 style design with an updated tip and a more glossy finish, what would the selling point of the Apple Pencil 3 be? What's the benefit? And honestly, based on the leaks, I can't really see many features or more benefits that the Apple Pencil 3 can offer, aside from maybe some people prefer a more glossy stylus, and I find that particularly bizarre because on Apple's own website, the Apple Pencil 2 flexes the fact that it has a matte finish. They're like bragging about the fact that, hey, this is the nice one, second generation that charges wirelessly and everything. Yeah, that comes with a matte finish, and honestly, I think it is better. Having used the Apple Pencil 1 for a long time, in fact, the Tailosive logo that you've seen across all my channels and stuff, that was designed on the original iPad Pro with the original Apple Pencil, if you can believe it. Although that pencil, as cool as it was, also kind of sucked, and I hated it because the charging method was somewhat stupid, and at the time there was no other alternative, so I just kind of lived with it. But once the Apple Pencil 2 came out, it became very clear to me, like, hey, wait, if you can make a stylus like this, then what the heck? Why did you make the Apple Pencil 1? And it does still serve a market, as it's the only way for both the iPad mini and the budget iPad to have Apple Pencil support, given they don't have the flat side that the Apple Pencil 2 can wirelessly charge and pair with. That's going to be reserved more as a pro feature for both iPad Pros, but also the iPad Air. Hopefully in the future, Apple Pencil 2 compatibility can come to more devices, but the closest thing we've got to an Apple Pencil 3 report or update is a patent that Apple wanted to embed camera sensors into the Apple Pencil that would allow you to color pick environments from around you. So if you were nearby a certain leaf or nearby a certain painting, you'd be able to select that painting through the stylus and then start drawing digitally with that color. Yeah, I don't imagine many people using that feature anyway. It sounds cool and also completely unnecessary, and whenever Apple has a patent for something, it almost never makes it into everyday products. So I doubt that's a feature the Apple Pencil 3 would have, but honestly, the only thing I could get somewhat excited for or mildly interested in with next generation Apple Pencils is, for one, more color options, primarily a black one. Can you imagine a matte black Apple Pencil? That would just be amazing. But that is not reinforced by these leaks. But what could potentially be reinforced by these new Apple Pencil images is a more affordable variant, because that is probably by far the biggest issue I have with the Apple Pencil 2 is just it's pretty expensive. And even if you're dropping over $1,000 on an iPad Pro, they will not throw in an Apple Pencil for any type of discount, and it's $130. Now, the charging method is solid, the weight is good, the size is amazing, and even back when I reviewed the Surface Pro, I didn't really care for that stylus as much as this one. Some people prefer having an eraser at the end, but I like being able to erase more precisely with the tip of the device and just switch to the eraser from the double tap method. I use the Apple Pencil pretty regularly for my video thumbnails, and I'm happy with it, so I don't really have a lot on my wish list for this. Maybe just better battery life, or I guess lower latency, but that's really pushing it because I don't have any latency complaints with the Apple Pencil, so there's really not a bunch of stuff I can think of that they can change for this thing except find a way to make it more affordable. And maybe the matte finish that we have with the Apple Pencil 2 here is just a bit more pricey in manufacturing, and perhaps by going with a more glossy material they could lower the price. I just feel like Apple Pencils have been around since 2015 now. The first generation has still remained unchanged from this day for coming up on 6 years now, and the price has not gone down at all. It's a little bit cheaper for education purposes, styluses, but that's it. So I'm really hoping that moving forward, Apple could find a way to make their stylus still have all of its great connectivity and still the low latency and tilt functionality and pressure sensitivity, but can we find a way to start it below $100? I mean, I feel like 6 years after mass producing these things, you must have found a way to iron out mass production and make it more affordable than $100 for the stupid charging method and $130 for the practical charging method. That's the only thing I can be hoping for here. I mean, I'd love to hear your guys' ideas on what you would like the Apple Pencil to be moving forward. I personally would like them to make like a shorter golf version of the Apple Pencil that could actually charge on the side of the iPad mini that is rumored to potentially launch next week, but it would still charge via Lightning, so there's not really a great way they can update the iPad mini 6 in a way that's interesting or compelling, so we're probably not going to get that. But what do you guys think Apple should do with the Apple Pencil 3rd generation? Should it replace the Apple Pencil 2, or should Apple literally have like 3 different tiers of Apple Pencil? Here's the cheaper one, here's the better one, and here's the better one that's now glossy for some reason. Personally, I think Apple Pencil 3 should replace Apple Pencil 2. They don't need 3 different styluses on the website. Styluses? Is that the term? Styli? Stylusin? I don't know, but feel free to let me know. This is your Apple Sheep here. I'll see you guys in the next one.